How's it going? It's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install these Titan chain twist link snow tire chains with the cams on our 2022 Toyota RAV4. First thing to point out is that these chains do have a ladder pattern, which is going to help you a lot with starting and stopping, but not so much coverage on turns. The links themselves are twist link, so they do wrap around each other, which gives you a good amount of bite into some light snow and maybe light ice, but it's going to be a little bit smoother compared to a V-bar style or square link. In this case, they are low carbon steel, which might not be a terrible thing because all of these connection points can be breakable if it gets cold, but they're not going to last you as long and they're not going to be as rust or weatherproof as a manganese nickel alloy might be. The chains do come with these built-in cam tighteners, which help keep things nice and secure. And overall, the installation of them wasn't too bad. You can check out how we did that now. For the install, the first thing we want to do is to make sure our chains are laid out flat. We want to make sure that the cams are on the inside because we'll have to tighten those later. We want to make sure that this lever is on the inside as well. It should be if the cams are, but to make sure it's facing the right way, using these biggest links on the end of each, we want to make sure that the flat part is facing down, not the hooks. This side is going to be the side that makes contact with the tire. Then making sure it's all centered up, we want to start by grabbing two of these links in the back and draping the chains over our tires, trying to make sure that they spread themselves out evenly, both across and around. Make it easier to make our first connection on the back side. To make our first connection on the back, pretty simple. We just fit this hook through one of these loose links on the end. I'm going to go for the second link in our case, but we can come back and adjust that afterwards if we need to. Now we'll make our connection in the front by fitting this lever through one of the loose links. We're going to go with the third one in our case. I think that's where we're going to be the tightest. So pull it through, push it back down, and fit it into the loose link on the other side, just like that. After we make that connection at the bottom, we can start tightening our cams using this provided lever tool. Just fit it in and rotate them clockwise. We might not need all the cams. It seems like we're already getting kind of tight. So I'll start with these first two, and we'll see if we can maybe get this third one. I think we're already pretty tight, so we'll go with two, and as you can see, it's not going anywhere. There is no self-tensioning on these chains, so we recommend grabbing a rubber tensioner, installing it similarly to how you would put a tire on or take it off in sort of a star pattern. It's going to help keep things secure as you're driving along. Hitting bumps or ice or snow tend to move the chains around a little bit, so this rubber tensioner is just a good countermeasure to keep the chains securely in place. Once you have your tensioner in place, that's pretty much it for the installation. Make sure you get it installed on your passenger side wheel as well. Roll forward or backwards a couple times just to make sure that everything stays in place, and then you're ready to go. The chains do come two to a set in this canvas bag. They're pretty heavy and they do have a lot of points on them, so our bags that we have down at the shop have already started taking on some holes, so we recommend if you get chains like these, picking up a plastic tote or something stronger to keep them in and keep the weather out. Probably a solid idea, but overall I think they're a good in-between tire chain. They're not going to be great for multiple seasons, but they're going to do good on light ice and some snow, and I think solid fit overall on our 2022 Toyota RAV4.